I'm interested to know, I'm going to repeat that question one more time. What percentage do you think comes across your desk? What are you seeing the most often? You said about 15% vacation home, second home. What's the bulk of what you see every day? I worked in financial advice about a decade ago. And what I was seeing was like, I was looking at our clients' balance sheets. In financial advice, you sit down with someone you don't know anything. You may have a form that they've filled out, but they've on their balance sheet, they're like, hey, I've got $500,000 in stocks, bonds, mutual funds. I've got $3.5 million in real estate. And as I sat down for a decade, just looking at people's balance sheets in Northern California specifically, I was doing a lot of work in the Walnut Creek and the Palo Alto areas, San Jose. I would just have the same conversation over and over. Tell me about the real estate. And they're like, oh, it's doing good. It's fine. I don't really want to mess with that. And what I realized over the years they meant was, I don't know how to deal with it. Right? As soon as I started peeling back that onion a little bit, tell me about it. I'm curious. I love real estate. I've always been a real estate guy. Tell me about your cash flows. And they're like, ah, there really isn't any. I'm like, what are you talking about? There isn't any. This is $3.5 million of assets. This is more than half your net worth here. What do you mean there's no cash flow? And they're like, rents really haven't kept up with appreciation. I just don't know what to do with it. And effectively, I realized that at least 70% of the people who have real estate that was designed to be a retirement asset, right? Like they bought it in the 70s because they wanted to retire on the money in the 2000s, had turned into effectively a legacy asset. Like they were just waiting to die. It was doing them no good on the day to day. And they were just waiting to die so that it step up in basis to their kids because they're like, hey, I can't do anything with it. It's paying its bills or it's not paying its bills. And so I just saw that so much, probably $200 million of assets in 10 years of just looking at people's balance sheets. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And so what I found, and maybe you've got a better solution for this, I realized that there was really no great way to do it. They can either sell it and move to a different market and have to figure out how to manage stuff in another market, right? Or they could sell it and they could go into some other investment medium like a REIT or a syndication or a twoplex or a fourplex. But no matter what, they were either giving their property to a company and trusting that the return would be good, or giving their property to a company and getting shares of the company, like a REIT style investment. But a lot of times they were putting their property into someone else's hands. And I was like, most people I know want to keep an asset that they can understand. So what do you see the most common when people are trying to get better cash flow? When people are trying to get out of a California market where the landlord laws are so poor, right? What asset class do you see people moving into that actually they're having success with?